everybody, and welcome to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is really a delight, and it's something which is very simple to make. So it's a super simple recipe, like I said, and the end result is simply delicious. So let's just dive straight into today's recipe and today's video. So let's start with today's lovely Goan sweet recipe, Tizaan. So now these are the ingredients. As you can see, just 3 ingredients. Now here I'm taking about 1 cup of coconut milk. Now you can extract fresh coconut milk. I have just used some powder coconut and put it in some hot water. This is 3/4 of a cup of goa jaggery which I've grated. We're going to use a pinch of salt. This is about 1/2 cup of Nachni flour or ragi flour, which is easily available, and it also has the husks because they grind it along with the husks, so that's much more healthier than rather soaking the Nachni and then extracting the juice and then throwing away the husk. So this is easily available in any general store. Just ask them for ragi flour or Nachni, and then we're going to use some water. Now here I have a pan, I have a whisk and a long wooden spoon. So let's just begin with today's very simple and very delicious and healthy recipe. So here I'm just going to add a little water at a time, and I'm going to make a paste. Now we don't want a very thick paste, but it should be a kind of a runny paste, but little on the thicker side. We don't want it to be very, very watery. So to 1/2 cup of this Nachni flour, I'm going to be adding about 3/4 of the cup of water. Whisk it well so that there are no lumps in the paste. Now once we finish whisking with this, we're just going to set it aside for about 5 to 10 minutes. We want a very smooth paste. Like this. So it just flows like a very thin dosa batter. Now we're going to add a pinch of salt to this Nachni paste. Again, stir it in, and now keep it aside for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now we're going to add our grated jaggery to our coconut milk. And either we're using a spoon or a whisk, we're going to whisk it in. But I like to use my hands. So with my fingers, I can just crush all of the goa jaggery into this coconut milk. That is the best way to ensure that all of the jaggery is nicely dissolved. Of course, ensure that your hands are clean. Now we did the same thing in the dal recipe, if you remember. For those of you who haven't seen my Goan dal recipe, I will leave a link for it below, and I will leave a link for all of the other Goan sweet recipes that I have uploaded on my channel. So now I'm going to put the heat on the pan on a very low to medium heat, and I'm going to add the coconut and jaggery mixture to the pan. And now I'm just going to stir the Nachni or the ragi mixture as well and add it to the pan. Now we're just going to stir this for about 5 minutes on a low to medium flame till it becomes into a thick porridge consistency. We don't want to thicken it very much like how it was with the dal, but we want it to have a very, a kind of a porridge consistency. Now this Tizaan is given mostly to people who are a little bit anemic, or who are just getting well, or someone who's running a fever. And it's also given to small children as well as new moms, because this is very rich. Ragi or Nachni is very rich in iron and calcium. So anyone who's anemic, or if you have a deficiency of iron, then you should incorporate Nachni or Ragi in some form in your diet. I also have a recipe for my Nachni bhakri. I will link that also below. You can use, you go and check out that recipe. So these are the natural ways of increasing iron for those of you who have a deficiency of iron. So this is a very, very healthy porridge, and even small children are given this because it's easy for them to just swallow it. Of course, you shouldn't have this in too much of it, but in a moderate amount is good. So that's our Tizaan already, and you can either have it piping hot or you can serve it chilled if you like it that way. So friends, let's see how to make this very simple Nachni pudding. So here I've taken 200 grams of Nachni. It's so reasonable, it's just 10 rupees. And you're going to wash this really well under running water. Wash it thrice really, very, very well. You can use a strainer or a sieve, a very fine sieve when you're washing it. But see that the water, you keep washing it till your water becomes nice and clear like this. So now we are going to soak this for some time in say 3 cups of water for at least 7 hours. We want this to nicely soak. So after 7 hours, or you can keep it overnight, I'm going to grind this just with half a cup of water. Now Nachni or Ragi is easily available in all general stores. And now after grinding it, I'm just going to extract the juice just like we would with the coconut milk. So 2 or 3 times, just repeat this process till all the Nachni is nice and dry. So you can use your hands. Here I'm using a spatula, and keep on doing this 2-3 times till your Nachni becomes nice and dry. This is a little bit of a tedious process, but then the end result is really, really delicious. So this way I've got really dry Nachni and I've extracted as much of the juice as I can. Now since the summer has started, you should be eating a little bit of Nachni or Ragi. It's very rich in iron and it has a very cooling effect on the body. Of course, consult your doctor or a physician whether you agree with this Nachni, because some people tend to have a lot of cold. Then I don't think this would be advisable, but check with your physician. So in this way I have extracted as much as so this is how it should be, very, very dry. So the summer has not yet started at full-fledged, but I'm just giving you these recipes so you all can make them if it agrees with you. So now we have this Nachni milk or Nachni juice. It's all ready. Now I'm going to grind 2 cups of coconut with half a cup of water, and in the same way I'm going to extract the coconut juice. 1.5 cup of coconut juice. You can also use ready-made coconut juice. Here I have 1.5 cup of grated jaggery or gourd or ghul. We're going to add this and soak it in the Nachni milk for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add this Nachni milk which has the jaggery in it to a pot. Most of the jaggery has dissolved, and it will dissolve with the heat of the in the pan. So this is a very authentic and traditional Nachni pudding, but the end result is so delicious. So keep stirring till all of the jaggery dissolves. Now we're going to add the coconut milk. And we're going to add just 1 teaspoon of elaichi powder or cardamom powder just to give it an additional flavor. And now you have to mix everything really well together. And stir this continuously till the mixture starts to thicken. Now I'm just going to add a few cashew nuts just to elevate the flavor of the dish and make it even more delicious. And now you see it has become nice and thick like a porridge. So now I've greased my 7 by 7 inch cake pan with some ghee, and I'm just going to pour this into it. Let it cool completely. You can have it as a porridge directly. Just flatten it out like this. If you don't want to have it as a pudding, you can have it as a porridge like this. And then I'm just going to smoothen the top. And now we have to refrigerate this overnight or for at least 7 to 8 hours till the entire thing sets properly. So after 7 to 8 hours, it's nicely set and thickened, and just loosen the edges. And there our lovely pudding is all ready. It's so healthy and so delicious. And then just cut them up into squares and enjoy this lovely delicious summer recipe.
Today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye. Welcome to Akshata's recipes. Thank you so much for being here today. So today I'm going to be showing you the Goan ambil, which is made out of Nachni flour, and this is a very soothing kind of a meal or a drink. You can have it in a porridge form, or you can make it much more thinner and have it as a summer drink. And Nachni is known for cooling the system down, and it's mostly had in different forms during the summer. So today I'm going to show you the traditional ambil, which people have, as maybe as a morning breakfast, or you can have it as a light meal if you're not really, going to have some rich curries and rice and everything else. You just want to have something very light and refreshing. So this is the Goan ambil. So let's just dive straight ahead into this recipe. simple recipe, and by looking at it also, didn't you feel like just having a nice bowl full of it and filling yourself up with it, not having anything oily, not having anything rich, and with a lot of masalas. So if you like this recipe, then don't forget to give this recipe a big like by hitting the thumbs up icon you see below the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and once you have subscribed, click the notification bell, click on all. That way whenever I put up a new recipe, which I do almost on a daily basis, you will get a message for the same, so you won't miss out anything happening on my channel. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. It means the world to me. And look out for more Akshata's recipes with an apostrophe S. I have loads and loads of recipes coming your way. So saying that, I'll take your leave and have a great day. And I'll catch you soon, sooner than you think. This is Akshata signing off. Bye.
So So friends, let's see this healthy and very easy ragi dosa. Now here I've taken half a cup of ragi or Nachni flour. It's easily available in stores. And I've taken 1/4 cup of rice flour just to give it some body. Then of course we have some salt to taste and some water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this flour, both the flours, that is the Nachni flour and the rice flour and the salt, to a bowl. And we're going to mix this really well till all these three ingredients really go well together. So they all have to mix really well. And now we're going to add water. We're going to add a lot of water. So I added almost, uh, a half a cup to 3/4 cup of water because we want this very runny mixture. So almost one entire cup of water. We want it to be very runny like this. So now I'm going to set this aside for at least 20 minutes so that everything comes together really well. Now I'm going to heat my dosa pan or iron pan really well. And just to make this more interesting, now you can see the consistency. It has to be watery like this. Now just to make it more interesting, I'm adding, one chopped green chili, a few curry leaves and half an inch of ginger. You can skip this completely. You don't need to add it. I just like to add it because it looks nice and it even adds a little bit more flavor to this Nachni dosa. Now, like all dosas, you're going to just brush your pan very lightly with oil. We don't have to add a lot of oil when you're making dosas, and the tawa has to be really hot. And now because it's of a runny consistency, you're just going to pour ladles like this all around the pan. Now because the pan has been heating for almost 10 minutes on a low to medium flame, you can see that instantly the batter starts to bubble, or you get these pores in it. That's what we're looking for. And let it cook properly, and you will see that the edges start browning and they start leaving the pan. So the trick is always to first of all use a heavy bottomed iron pan. Don't use a non-stick pan. And of course, once it's ready, just loosen the edges and turn it on the other side and cook it on the other side, and you get this beautiful color. So the thing is that you need to really heat your pan for a long time. Don't, immediately heat the pan and then put your batter. It never works, whether it's a sada dosa or any kind of dosa, moong dosa. And then it's ready. So either you remove it like this, or you can just remove it like a normal, flattened dosa. And in the same way, I'm going to make the rest of it. Now I have lots of chutneys. I'll leave a link to the chutney recipes. I have almost 10 chutney recipes. You can make any of them. But today I'm going with a very simple coconut chutney. Very, very easy. So I'll just show you quickly how I make this chutney. So now to my mixer jar, I'm going to be adding all these ingredients. One green chili, some lemon juice, a few cloves of garlic, say about 2 or 3, and half an inch of ginger, some freshly chopped coriander, and some fresh coconut, some salt and sugar. This is my basic recipe. Just add everything to your mixer grinder, squeeze out the lemon juice, and grind it to a very fine paste. You can add a little bit of water and your chutney is all ready. So enjoy this recipe, guys.